Thanks for staying with us. In this segment, we're talking ladies golf, and we're joined by Lindy LaBauve, the women's head coach at USCB. The Sand Sharks.
Yes, sir.
Our Sand Sharks.
Yes.
Lindy, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
I didn't realize this prior to you coming in. Chris told me that your parents are pretty well known in the golf business.
Yes, sir.
Sandy and Mike LaBauve, two of the top 100 instructors in the country?
Yes.
How about that? Start by telling us a little bit about your mom and dad.
Well, they are wonderful people to start with. They have been teaching for years, somewhere around 30.
Wow.
And
I've been reading their stuff for a long time. I'm not going to tell you how long, but I've been reading it for a long time.
Good stuff then.
Yes.
But they've done really well. Mom started the LPGA Junior Girls Golf Program and helped head that off, and Dad's worked with a lot of great tour players and is working with Bryce Mulder right now.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
And Bryce is having a good career.
Oh yeah,
good
he's
year.
doing great.
Yeah.
He's doing great.
Well, that's I had no idea. So this just landed in my
from golf pedigree
in my lap here. Yeah. So it's definitely in your background, and you were telling us that you played collegiately at LSU for 4 years, and then graduated, went home for a couple months, and then got a phone call.
Yeah. My parents actually know Shane LeBaron, who has been the director of golf at the school, and he just called up and just was kind of trying to find some different people to interview for the job, and called my parents, hey, what's Lindy doing right now? She looking at a job or anything? And so I talked to Shane for a little while, kind of did my interview, and things just worked out.
Here you are.
Yes, sir.
Did you have a...
Well, I wanted to go ahead and first of all congratulate you on a fine season. You know,
Yeah.
your team tied for third in the Sun Conference Championship, got an invite to the NAIA Nationals, finished tied for 15th there without one of your better players actually playing the last 3 rounds. And
Yeah.
you know, you produced 2 all-conference players in Adriana Saavedra and Kendra Collins from Bluffton. So I think, you know, for a first year, I think you had a wonderful year. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about your feelings on it?
It was so much fun. Also, Kendra got honorable mention All-American
She did.
as well. Yeah.
Wonderful. Good for her.
Yeah. So
and she's
that's
the
fun.
one that wasn't with you at the Nationals, is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So
3 of the last, they played 4 rounds there, and 3 of the last 3 rounds, sure, she did not play because she wasn't
took
feeling
ill.
well.
Yeah. Wow.
But otherwise, I mean, the year was great. The team had a lot of chemistry, which was wonderful. I couldn't have been more blessed.
Makes it easy for your first year.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Well, going forward, you're only losing 2 seniors this year, so tell us what we have coming in for the class, you know, coming in this fall.
Well, I have one girl, Haley Miller, who's from North Carolina, and I think she'll be a good asset to the team. And then I also have another girl that I'm working on coming in, so hopefully that will all run over smoothly, but I won't really say too much until I know she's in the bag.
You don't want to get too far ahead of yourself.
Right.
So when do you mentioned a girl coming in, when do you get out and on the recruiting trail and start working on bringing in new talent?
Well, ideally, I mean, I started right in August, and when I came in August, I was just getting my head wrapped around the whole process and tournaments and traveling, because it's different in this position. I mean,
Sure.
in NCAA at bigger schools, they have the coach and the assistant that, you know, they do a lot of the coaching and recruiting stuff, but then they also have other people in the program that do the
Assist.
traveling
Sure.
and budgeting and whatnot, and I do everything.
You've got it all.
Yes, I wear like 8 different hats. So,
Wow.
so I was kind of getting my head wrapped around that, so I kind of got late on the recruiting game. But this next year, I mean, I'm recruiting 2013's
Class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So starting the summer, and I've been talking to him this last spring. So ideally, that's how early you want to get in on it.
There's no question. And you know, I always thought it makes sense that we have successful golf programs at the collegiate level, because it's such a cool place to come to. If you're into golf and that's what you want to make your career, at least through college,
Yeah.
wouldn't you want to come to Hilton Head?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what are
So
the
it's a good
courses
selling
that
point.
you have access to here? What is your home course that the team uses?
Well, this past year, we practiced at Moss Creek, Old South, and Berkeley Hall. So
Great.
it was wonderful.
So I would imagine all of them, and I know the pros at each one of those courses, I'm sure they're very excited to have have you guys out there.
Yeah,
I was actually at Old South a few weeks back, and I saw the team out there chipping and putting, and it really, you know, everybody it was kind of buzz around the golf course. All these cute girls out there with great golf swings. Everybody was talking about it. But, yeah, it's a pleasure to have you guys around, and my goodness, with putting up the numbers.
Great results first year.
The results are strong.
Great results.
Yeah, it's been good, and I mean, I know that this next coming year we're just going to be that much stronger.
Well, that's the problem. When you have a good first year, now you've got to continue to go up.
It's all right. I got plenty of plans for that.
That's great.
So what's on tap for you guys this summer? What do you do through the summer months? I mean, do you continue workouts? Do you?
No, they get
some time off.
Yeah, they get to do whatever they're doing. I mean, hopefully they're practicing.
And playing some events, obviously, wherever they're from in their states, amateur tournaments and so on. You know, hopefully they're competing in those.
No, and they'll play in some summer tournaments and whatnot. There's amateur tournaments that they can play in, some that are more localized, like state amateurs, and then there's some national tournaments that people can travel to. So I know that some of the girls are playing in that. Some of the girls are really enjoying having a little bit of time off. Yes, because, I mean, with golf, it's all year round. I mean, we played 4 in the fall, we played 4 in the spring, and then conference and nationals. So
that's true.
And they're attending class too, hopefully.
Yes. Oh, I make sure of that.
Speaking of attending class, we've got about 30 seconds here, but I understand in your sophomore year at LSU, you were an academic All-American.
Yes.
Pretty impressive stuff.
Yes.
The brains to match the swing. Huh?
Well, that's why she was able to do all this stuff in her first year.
Well, it was pretty funny. A lot of people asked me, so what did you major in college to be a college coach? I said, economics.
Yeah. Well, your name obviously carries a little weight. So
that helped.
Yeah, mom and dad sort of laid the groundwork for you, didn't they?
Yeah.
Lindy, thank you so much for being here.
We wish you the best moving forward.
Thank you.
We sure do. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you guys.
Thank you.
And girls. I should say girls.
The gals.
The gals, yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We've got to take a quick break. When we come back, I'll be joined by Chris Wyckoff, the owner of Golf Etc. Stay with us.